I'm not your mate.
Because that's what you're filming for.
No.
Huh?
No, you can't.
I'm just talking to you.
That's
what you're filming these buildings for.
You're not just talking to me. I don't want to talk to you.
Okay. Well, why are you filming in this public place?
You've just answered your own question. See you later.
Well, not really, because I'm talking to you, aren't I?
You're not talking to me because I'm not talking to you.
Okay, I just want to know why you're filming this property here, because this bit's not public, is it? It's private. So why are you filming it?
You mind getting away from me?
Hey?
You mind getting away from me?
You've got plenty of space to move around.
Yeah, and you're the one with guns and weapons all over you.
Okay, well, I'm just talking to you, aren't I?
You're not talking to me, I've told you.
Okay, well, just be careful what you're filming, mate, all right?
So what?
So if you're filming into people's private property, okay, you could be committing offences.
What
right?
offence?
Voyeurism. If you're filming into someone's private property, I don't think it's funny, because you're alarming people in this area, aren't you? There's members of the public that are getting quite alarmed while you're filming.
Don't make anything up here.
I'm not making anything up. There's members of the public getting alarmed.
Before we even get into this interaction, you need to understand something. This isn't just a casual street encounter. This is a perfect example of what happens when authority, ego, and misunderstanding of the law collide in real time. We've got a cameraman calmly exercising what he believes are his legal rights, and on the other side, a police officer who seems absolutely convinced those rights don't exist. And what unfolds is a slow-burning escalation that turns from a simple question, "Why are you filming?" into threats of arrest, misuse of legal powers, and some truly questionable claims about privacy and criminal behavior. But here's the twist: the more the officer pushes, the more the situation exposes cracks in his understanding of the law. So as you watch this, ask yourself, who actually knows the law here? And more importantly, who's about to lose control of this situation?
I'm concerned about it.
And
so
it's not against the law. I haven't broken any laws. Now once again, get lost.
Don't tell me to get lost. All right? I'm in a public place. You don't speak to me like that. Okay? So if you're going to speak to me like that, that'll be classed as antisocial behaviour, won't it?
Right, there's no good outcome of me talking to you, so I'm not going to be talking to you.
Well, I'm talking to you. So now you're committing antisocial behaviour, I want your name and address. You can film me, mate. You committed antisocial behaviour. You can stay there now. Telling me to get lost, filming like that, and you're alarming members of the public. Under
filming
Section
like
50,
what filming have you
under
seen
Section 50, the Police Reform Act 2002, are required to give me your name and address.
What film have you seen?
Under Section 50, under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, I'm requiring you to give me your name and address. If you refuse,
right here is where things start to go off the rails. The officer confidently claims that filming a private building from a public space is somehow not allowed. And this is a huge turning point because it reveals a fundamental misunderstanding. There's a massive difference between trespassing on private property and simply observing or recording something visible from a public place. The cameraman isn't climbing fences or sneaking into restricted areas, he's standing in public. And yet, the officer speaks with total certainty, which can be incredibly persuasive to the average person. This is where a lot of people would fold under pressure. So let me ask you, if you were in this situation, would you question the officer, or would you assume they must...
You refuse to do so, because you're committing antisocial behaviour in public, mate. Alright, telling police officers to get lost, you're committing antisocial behaviour in public.
I don't like your approach to me.
Okay, I'm only talking to you.
You're not, I don't want to talk to you,
And I'm recording you as much as you are me, okay?
So
I'm asking you to give me your name and address under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002.
And what are you going to do with those details?
If you don't give it me, I'm going to arrest you under that act.
All right, and if you're under the threat of arrest, my name's Matt Williams.
I'm not threatening you with arrest, I'm explaining it to you.
You just threatened me with arrest.
It's not a threat, let me explain it to you.
So take my details.
Okay, name and address then, mate, yeah?
Matt Williams.
Is it Matt or Matthew?
Matthew.
1 T or 2?
2.
Williams. Is it Williams?
Yes.
It's genuinely uncomfortable to watch. The officer jumps from misunderstanding property law to suggesting voyeurism, an extremely serious allegation. But here's the problem: voyeurism isn't just filming something someone doesn't like. It has very specific legal criteria involving private acts and intent. Throwing around accusations like this without proper basis doesn't just weaken the officer's argument, it actually damages his credibility. You can almost feel the tension shift here. The cameraman isn't backing down, and the officer is now reaching for anything that might justify his position. And that's when situations like this start spiraling. Because once you move away from facts, you're left with emotion.
How can you regard me taking a video from a public street as antisocial behaviour?
When I've tried to speak to you, you've told me to get lost.
I've told you multiple times I didn't want to talk to you.
You keep pointing your camera, alarming members at public. There's people over there looking at you, and you're filming people, so you're causing harassment.
Are you saying they're alarmed? Okay. Are those people alarmed?
So you are causing harassment.
Are you seriously telling me those people are alarmed?
You can film me all you like, mate.
Are you seriously telling me those people over there are alarmed?
You're concerning people, and you're pointing it at a busy road.
So what? I'm pointing it at a busy road. What's the offence in that?
To get lost, is it?
Well, I told you not to talk to me in the first place, yet you persisted and harassed me.
I have to, don't I? It's not harassment, mate, is it? When I'm investigating.
Don't call me mate. I am not your mate.
It's a colloquial term.
No, it ain't. Not with me, it ain't.
Where do you live, Matthew? Do you have any identification on you?
No.
Have you got anything where I can prove your identification?
No.
Well, I don't know you are who you say you are then, do I? So how can I clarify you are who you say you are?
The moment right here is critical. The officer pivots away from legal arguments and leans into something far more subjective. People are alarmed. Now, on the surface, that might sound reasonable. Nobody wants to cause public concern. But legally, alarm isn't just about someone feeling uncomfortable. There has to be a genuine, reasonable basis for that reaction. And what we're seeing here is the officer attempting to reframe the situation, not because the cameraman's actions have changed, but because the original argument didn't hold up. This is a classic escalation tactic. When one justification fails, you introduce another. But the question is, does it actually hold legal weight, or is it just a way to
bank card or anything like that?
I'm not obliged to carry any ID, am I?
No, you're not, but I need to confirm you are who you say you are.
Well, I've just told you who I am. What's come up on your computer there?
On my computer, lots and lots of Matthew Williams.
At my address?
Not at your address, at lots of different addresses. I can't find one at your address right now, because it's come up with lots and lots of different ones. If you give me a date of birth, I might be able to find you a bit quicker.
68.
Let's do it that way, shall we? What is it?
68. You've made up an absolute load of rubbish here.
I haven't, mate. It's all recorded.
Me, video recording on a street, filming that interesting building over there is not antisocial behaviour.
It is the way you've spoken to me, though, isn't it? All I've done is approach you, and that's why you're filming.
What, and you don't like being told to get lost after I've told you loads of times I don't want to talk to you? What station are you out of?
Me, I work at Cotton Lane Police Station on response. 1968?
Yeah.
Okay, mate, let's have a look.
No, don't call me mate.
Okay, you just called me mate a minute ago. You said you don't like that term, but you've just used it.
When did I call you mate?
Just now. Just now, when you pointed down there, you called me mate. So it's kind of contradictory, isn't it?
Well, don't call me mate.
Now we've entered dangerous territory, because the officer is invoking legal powers tied to antisocial behavior. And this is where things can have real consequences. Section 50 isn't something to throw around lightly. It requires reasonable grounds, not just personal frustration or feeling disrespected. And let's be honest here, the turning point seems to be when the cameraman tells the officer to get lost. That's when the tone shifts. Suddenly, this isn't about filming anymore, it's about attitude. And that's a problem. Because the law doesn't exist to protect feelings, it exists to regulate behavior. So now the big question becomes, is this enforcement?
Okay, no worries, there's no marks on you or anything, you don't want to do anything. All I'd ask is just be, you know, when people are driving traffic around on a busy road, and that's actually a private building, just be careful where you're filming. If you want to film in public, that's fine, okay? But pointing your camera into a private building...
No, it's obviously not fine, because you come sticking your nose into what I'm doing.
You're being rude again, aren't you? There's no need to be rude, I'm only talking to you.
Well, you don't need to tell me.
Stop getting all aggressive then. You're on my
Have
camera.
I aggressive? I'm not aggressive.
Clenching your teeth.
I haven't raised my hands.
Clenching your teeth and speaking aggressively.
You're making absolute rubbish up
it's
now.
all recorded, mate.
You're making rubbish up.
All I'm doing is giving you some advice, Matthew, okay?
I don't
Just
want
be
your
careful where
advice.
you're pointing the camera.
I don't want your advice. I don't need your advice.
I'm quite sure if someone's pointing a camera in your house, you wouldn't like it. So just be careful where you're pointing that camera, okay? Don't go filming people's private property.
From this public street, I will point this camera wherever I want.
All right, no, well, not in people's private property, you won't. All right, or we'll be speaking again, won't we? Okay, take the advice or not, it's up to you. All right, thanks for your time.
Where the situation fully exposes itself. The officer is now demanding identification, not because of any clear offense, but because he needs to justify the escalation he's already committed to. And watch how the conversation changes. The focus is no longer on what the cameraman did, but on proving who he is. That's a huge shift. It's almost like the original issue has been abandoned altogether. And this is where things get risky for both sides. Because once authority is exercised without solid legal grounding, it opens the door to serious questions about misuse of power. And at the same time, the cameraman is holding firm, which only increases the tension. Neither side is backing down. At this point, the officer attempts one final angle: privacy. And again, it sounds reasonable on the surface. Nobody likes the idea of being filmed. But legally, privacy isn't absolute, especially in public-facing environments. If something can be seen from a public street, the expectation of privacy is significant.